It is Tuesday, January 7th, and I have something way out of left field that I'm just going to vent about here, because what the fuck? These MFers in Arizona took a 9-year-old daughter to get a tattoo because she wanted Dumpty on her neck. And the tattoo parlor did them a favor by convincing them to just let her get the American flag, like on her arm or something, not Dumpty on her neck, because you know what? That owner, he's got a line, okay? He's got morals, and those morals say that children probably shouldn't be getting tattoos like that. So if he's gotta do it, because, you know, it's not like he could tell them no or anything, then best he can do is convince them to downgrade from the face of an adult man on the neck of a 9-year-old to an American flag, because that will never, ever be regretted by any of them. Yeah, so I know I look rough, and I threw on the makeup filter because this is extra rough right now, but I don't know if I'm going to post on the Clock app about this, because everything I want to say is probably stuff that's going to keep it from getting to the feed. This is Arizona. Again, these are the faith and family, moral values, conviction, classy people. All right, but more importantly, these are the same people who will tell you that if you allow your child to explore their identity and figure out who they are, if you let them take the lead on that, and if you encourage them in whichever way they decide to go, if it is anything other than what they was born with and what some stranger would identify if they were to pants them in the middle of the street, well, then there's something wrong with you. They're too young. Actually, they don't like it at all. It doesn't matter if you're young or not. And don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that it should be a free-for-all in terms of, like, you know, let's be reasonable, of course. But in the sense of, by reasonable meaning, you know, we don't have folks just bringing, like, babies in, you know, like the stuff that they say, like, people who go through these things because that is who they are. That is their journey, their discovery. Whatever it is for them, it is for them. It is not for me to say shit, and it's not for me to stop them. As long as they're not bothering anybody, you're not harming someone, I don't give a fuck. Just tell me what name you want me to use. Tell me just give me the rundown, and that's all I need, so that because I'm not trying to be rude, but that's it. I don't give a fuck. So I don't understand why people get so wrapped up about this, like they need something to get mad about. They want to get mad about the personal decisions of people they don't even have to be friends with. But, you know, okay, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked, because, like, the same people who they were going to let her put a grown man's face on her neck. They took her in for that. And it was a tattoo artist that said, maybe a flag. Maybe let's start with a flag. You know, 9. Let's get a starter tattoo. Again, not because he could say no. He just had to do it, right? And those are the people who are like, drag brunch. That's for you know who's, you know, they're the ones talking about groomers and PDFs and calling everyone else names and being worried about flags and litter boxes, and they're afraid of everything on the planet. Everything triggers them. Everything's persecuting them. They're always the victim. And you know what? Individual identity is something no one should be looking at, dealing with. No one can be anything other than what they were born as. They don't believe in that. One man, one woman. They are so sure, but also they forgot about the part in their Bible, because they haven't read it in at least a couple generations, where it says you're not supposed to get tattoos at all. And, you know, I've noticed, like, I'm not sure when that changed, because when I was growing up on the East Coast with fire and brimstone steeple peopleness, you didn't do tattoos. If you had a tattoo, you were, like, ashamed of it. It was like, that was my past. It wasn't cool to go get, like, it being a cross didn't make up for the fact that it was still ruining the temple. So I don't know at what point the people who write the sermons that all of the pastors buy them from, because y'all know they get the same thing. Like it's almost like a curriculum. They're not writing their own shit. they're getting it. And yeah. So anyway. Shit, what was I saying? I lost it. Hang on. What was it? Now I gotta go back. Wait a minute. Okay, I got it. It took me a second. Sorry, I ran off my own trail. My own rabbit trail. So these people with the superior values who, like I said earlier today, do a lot of their recruiting from jails and prisons. And again, not saying people can't change or anything like that, but these are folks who shop for the folks who do the violent things, the PDF things, and then they bring them into a safe space for them where they're protected and they can just keep doing the stuff that they do. And so while they are harboring PDFs in their care and safety, they're pointing at everyone else going, but are you gay? You're probably one of them. Like, dude, it's your brother. Like, why are you pointing at me when he lives with your house? What are all those kids doing in your front yard? You know, like, and yeah, I live in Temecula, so there's a lot of that, and it's very concerning. It's all of the people who go to the PDF Haven steeple people places are the ones who love kids the most, and they're the ones that are all Christmas, Easter, it's all Halloween. If there's an opportunity for children to come to the house, that's the most decorated house on the block, and that's how you know which place they go to. And I'm like, that is scary. That's scary. One good thing about if the regime gets in, and y'all know I don't think it will, but if it were to, and the blue states do have to break off, I can't wait to get rid of those suckers. They can go to Oklahoma where they belong. They can get the fuck out of California. That's all I gotta say, because they are some creepy motherfuckers. But okay, I keep getting sidelined. My point was, these same people who want to talk about what decisions are too big for a young one, what things a child can't possibly decide on because they're too young, those people who hormones, and clothes. I'm not even talking about the big stuff. I'm not talking surgeries or anything. And again, I'm not even saying it. I have zero statement on that. That's not what this is about. This is about the people who have a stance on it, who have something to say about it, who feel like their way is the way it should be about it, then packing up their child and saying, let's get that tattoo of that grown man right on your neck. You'll never regret that. Yeah. Now, if you want to swap hormones, we can't do that because you're definitely going to regret it. If you want to wear a different color, you want to paint your nails, you're going to regret that. But the tattoo of an actual criminal on your neck as a 9-year-old sounds great. Let's do it. Praise Jeebus. I'm sure he has zero qualms with this. Yeah, this is a great idea. Like, it's just boggling. See why I couldn't say it on the thing? I'm like 8 minutes into this thing, and I'm still just mentally tripping over the hypocrisy, the caucasity of this absolute bullshit. The parents, the kid, I mean, that is indoctrination. And that's what's really so dangerous about these people, that I try to get y'all to understand as someone who grew up in the steeple people cult world. Like, the indoctrination is real. And the fact that that criminal has twisted himself into a faith base means you get a lot of that. A lot of people who think it's perfectly fine for their young child to want a grown man on their neck. And trust me, he's not complaining about that. That's exactly the type of culture they want to promote. In the name of their faith and freedom, of course. Yeah, it's awesome seeing a peek into, I mean, we already knew what they were going to do. It's really only a surprise to the Mad Hatters who told us that we didn't know what we were talking about. So now that they're out here like, we want to start a war with half the world. We're firing everyone and using AI. We're not going to do any fact checking anymore. We're just going to put whatever we want out there. And yeah, tech bros for life, everybody. So fuck America. And yeah, it's all good. No, not seriously, whoever's moderating, checking this, all right? Just for emphasis, all right? But, you know, it's like tech bro takeover, and they're not even trying to be slow or shy about it. They're just, yep, let's go. So like, yeah, thank you, Fake Triots. Your convictions, man, those are great. Those are strong. Thanks for that.